everyone, welcome back to my channel. It might surprise you a little bit what I'm going to be talking about today. That is the Marc Jacobs canvas tote bag in the size large. Now if you are not new to my channel, then you've probably seen I did a review on the mini leather. Spoiler alert, that bag did go back, mainly because at that price point I felt like I could invest in something else that I would actually get my use out of. Didn't really have a hole in my collection that I needed to fill with that size and style of bag, so ended up parting ways with it. But I do have here the canvas size large. This is in the beige color and I am absolutely in love. I wish I would have filmed when I actually opened this bag, because let me tell you, the reaction was completely different. So I actually didn't even order this from the Marc Jacobs website, so I had no expectations of packaging or anything this time. I got it from, I believe it was Bloomingdale's, and when I pulled it out I just knew immediately that this was the bag for me. And while everyone is raving about the leather versions of this bag in the size small and the size mini, I knew that the large in the beige canvas is just, it's the one for me. In that video I did touch on that I didn't like that the logo, I believe, will be outdated very quickly. So you might be thinking with the canvas version, it is a lot more apparent that the logo is on there. I think what it is that the canvas is a more casual vibe, and so it doesn't bother me so much to have this logo on here. With the leather version, I just felt like it was meant to be a little bit more elevated, and to me, the logo being that big, it's just a different vibe, and it's not one that I was in love with. It's actually one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of Balenciaga, because they tend to have their logo, just the name, sort of plastered on their items. One of the things I will say is online they make this bag look absolutely massive, and don't get me wrong, it definitely is. However, it is not as big as the Louis Vuitton GM Neverfull, and so I'm going to show you like a quick side-by-side so that you can get an idea of just how big this bag is. All right, so I have here my Neverfull GM, and I just wanted to do quick side-by-sides to give you an idea of how they look. So here is what they look like from the side. They are about the same height, but the main difference you're going to see is the width. But really it's just this extra lip here, because the Neverfull kind of goes like this and this bag goes like this. I don't know how much of a difference that makes necessarily filling it, but for some reason I feel like I can just get a ton more in the GM. So here's just a quick overview of everything that I have in this bag currently. As you can see, I have it completely stuffed, and I do have an organizer in here. After I pull everything out, I'll go ahead and show you what the bag looks like empty, so you can see the inside and what pockets this bag has to offer on its own. But first things first, I have in here my, I believe this is a 32 ounce. Yes, this is a 32 ounce Arctic water bottle. I take this everywhere with me. When I do go back to work after my maternity leave, I will take this. I tend to fill it twice a day. So I like to get a lot of water intake in my day, and yeah, it's great that this fits right in the little pocket of that organizer. If you're interested in the organizer, I'll leave it linked down below as well. I did get it off of Amazon. Next up in here, I have the MacBook Air. This is a 13-inch, and it slides right on the exterior pocket of the organizer I have. It actually fits in there perfectly. So if you do order this organizer and you do have a 13-inch MacBook, then you will be able to fit that in there. Granted, this is the Air, so obviously it's a lot thinner than the MacBook Pro. If you do have the Pro, I'm not sure how snug it would fit, but in the bag itself, it would fit just fine. Also in here, I have my Monogram desk agenda. This is just how I plan my day-to-day life. It goes to work with me every day and home. So traveling with this is a must. I love it so much, and it fits great right inside. I also have in here the Pochette Accessoire. This is the vintage version. Inside, I currently just have a strap so that if I want to go hands-free with a crossbody, I have this with me and can throw just my essentials in and kind of run into a store, run an errand, sort of whatever I need. It's always great to have this. I also have in here my PM Cosmetic case, which currently just houses some makeup, some brushes, foundation, extra powder, that sort of thing, hair clips, just sort of whatever the essentials are. I won't go into too much detail, but yeah, so this is the PM size. I also have in here a pair of sunglasses. These are ones I always get such compliments on when I wear them, specifically in the Starbucks drive-thru. I believe they're actually a dupe for a Louis Vuitton style of sunglasses, and they're very cheap. So I also have in here my mini pochette, which I recently talked about in a video that I started to actually utilize this with lipsticks and everything. So I have some, you know, Chanel lip glosses, my Dior lip gloss. I have a miniature Chanel perfume. I have my Chanel double-sided mirror, extra hair ties, makeup wipes, all the things that you need. I also have in here my AirPods. So just wanted to show you quickly, that's everything in the center compartment and the little water bottle compartment here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the sides, obviously with the exception of the laptop that I had already pulled out. In one of the little holders on the inside, I have my 6-ring key holder. And in here I have my chain from Next Fashion Shop. You can use the code TESLA15 for 15% off of your order, but this just allows my car key to lay in the same direction as the rest of my keys. And then on the pocket next to that, I have currently my clay in DE. This just houses some gift cards, my change of address card, and some cash at the moment. And then looking at the other side, I have here my monogram card holder, which just has like my essential cards in it. I also have next to that my Touchland Power Mist hand sanitizer, as well as 2 Wet Ones wipes, because you never know. And then lastly, I just have some items in this pocket. These aren't really like things that I carry on a day-to-day, but I kind of just wanted to show you that you could if you wanted to. So the first thing I have in here is just a pack of tissues. I also have my Chanel Coco Mademoiselle travel perfume that is refillable, which is so nice. And I love this packaging. I think it is so pretty. It's just white and gold. And then the last 2 items I have in here, this is a little first aid kit. Just has some band-aids and stuff. Now that I'm a mom, this is kind of an essential. And I also have in here just a mini little Dove deodorant. I purchased this when I was putting everything in my hospital bag for when I was induced, and so I just thought I would throw it in here to show you. So now, as you can see, the organizer is completely empty. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out so you can get an idea of what it looks like on the inside of the bag. Also, this like Tiffany blue color is so pretty. I love it so much. It has a zipper compartment here. There's also a detachable zipper compartment in the middle if you're interested in that. But so you have this zipper, there's 2 on each side here pocket wise, then you can detach that. You have the water bottle one, which is great, and then lastly you have this little slip on the side, which is actually where I had the MacBook. All right, so here's what the bag looks like completely empty. You can see the zipper is here. You can pull the zipper out and actually tuck it into this little side thing here. That just makes it a little bit easier to zip it up, but it does create like a little bit of lip space here, and since I'm not really going to be zipping this very often, I'm just leaving it tucked in. Doesn't really bother me. And on the side there's nothing. The material on the inside, it's also a canvas, but it's almost like a wipeable material, which is really, really nice. And then on the other side you have this pocket. Unlike the leather version, this here is actually not a pocket. You can't slip anything in there, but it does have 2 pockets right here. So if you wanted to put business cards or, you know, just your essentials, you could even just slip in, if you wanted to, like a card holder like this, so you know exactly where it was, and it would just fit perfectly in there. Because I'm using an organizer with this bag, I'm not really utilizing this pocket, but I'm really happy that it has it, because if I ever decided not to utilize an organizer, then I know that I would still be able to have a little bit of organization of my items, especially the ones that are essential, like my car keys and my cards. So I did mention on my Instagram that I was going to be filming this video, and I asked if you guys had any questions in particular that you wanted me to answer. One of which was the comparison between the Neverfull GM and this bag. It wasn't a super in-depth comparison, but just wanted to show you a little bit of the size differences. Another one from Brittany from Decor and Designer here on YouTube. She asked if the bag would stand up without an organizer, if the canvas was structured enough. So I wanted to show you that because how it was packaged, there is currently a divot here. However, I think that over time with the organizer that would go away and it would get its structure back. With that not being there, I do think that this bag would stand on its own. Yeah, see, it's folding backwards right where that crease was, because this is how the bag came to me. So, you know, you would have to train it a little bit, but I do believe that this would stand up on its own. Maybe if I put some items in it. Let's try that. So even though there's not an organizer, I'm just gonna throw in some of these items and see if that'll get it to stand up. And there you have it. So it does stand with your items in there, even without an organizer. The handles kind of like don't. I'm not too sure what's going on with them, but the bag itself does stand. One of the other things that was totally a win for me with this bag is the fact that legal sized folders can fit in here. In my profession, we do use legal sized folders, and so if I was going somewhere that I needed to take a file with me, it is so nice to know that I can fit it right inside here. So I really, really love this. I'm going to show you a quick couple of mod shots with the bag. All right, so here's the bag from the side with the organizer in it. There you go. Again, you can see a little bit of this dent here. That will go away with time and use of the bag. If you wanted to be a little more understated, you could wear it like this, which I do love so much. I'm the kind of person that likes the look of a bag that could swallow me. Like if it looks like a bag that I could get into and sit in it, that's the one that I want to have. So you could also wear this like crook of the arm. I think it would be a little bit too heavy and a little bit more awkward that way, but you could totally do it. As you can see here, I have some of the items that I pulled out, and I am just going to go over them again just to show you everything that fit inside. But yeah, I love her. So here's just a quick overview of everything I pulled out of the bag, just for reference if you're interested in seeing that you can fit quite a lot, which is amazing. Also, here is my dog hanging out with me while I film. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed and that you found it helpful. If you're looking into the tote bag by Marc Jacobs, I highly recommend the canvas version in the large size. If you're a girl like me and you are a tote girl, then you will absolutely love this. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on my next video, and until next time, bye.